This morning on WJCL 22 News at 6, an uptick of guns being stolen from cars in and around Chatham County. We speak to law enforcement officials to find out why. Keeping your heart healthy. We're live in Savannah with a look at the event happening today to help you do just that. And it's Georgia Day, the history of the Peach State and how folks are celebrating this morning. WJCL 22 Morning News at 6. It starts right now. And thanks so much for starting your day with us here on WJCL. Good morning. I'm Frank Solkowski. Meteorologist Jonathan Myers checking in as well this morning. And Jonathan, as we inch closer to the weekend, how's weather looking out there?
Yeah, Frank, we're going to see some sunshine for today. You'll notice a little cooler temperatures, no more 70s in the forecast for today. So out the door for school and also for work, we're seeing temperatures right now in the 40s. Sunglasses needed, plenty of sunshine all the way through the afternoon. Saturday is Valentine's Day. Overall, we'll see dry weather, sun in the morning, more clouds in the afternoon, and then things change by the end of the weekend. On Sunday, the umbrella raincoat definitely will be needed. A good chance we'll see some rain. This would be some much needed rain there for at least the last half of the weekend. So if you're making plans for the weekend, definitely for those outdoor activities, Saturday will be the best day. Driving time temperatures starting off into the 40s right here as we get closer to sunrise, and we'll see plenty of sunshine all the way through the afternoon. You know, all the clouds and rain from yesterday well off to our south and east. I'll detail more of today's forecast and also looking into the weekend in less than 10 minutes. I-16 at 301 bypass as folks are rolling along there in Bullitt County this morning and not seeing any big problems through, at least through that spot. You see maybe some road construction through some of those areas there, but not seeing any big backups through that spot as we start things off. Looking at traffic track 22 this morning as we take that commute anywhere from Bluffton to Hilton Head, headed on toward the islands there. Right at the bridges, you normally see a slowdown. No issues right now with just about a 15-minute commute. Frank?
All right, thanks so much, Jonathan. Well, Chatham County Police say they're seeing an uptick in guns stolen from cars. Friday, the Chatham County Police Department posted an alert on Facebook. 6 guns stolen in just 10 days.
It is unusual when you have that amount of weapons taken in a short amount of time from unlocked vehicles. You know, it's certainly an awareness piece for us, letting the community know that there are actors out there that are trying car doors.
Now it comes as state lawmakers passed House Bill 204 just weeks ago to block Savannah's ordinance that fines gun owners for leaving a firearm unsecured inside a vehicle. According to Chatham County Police incident reports, all 6 thefts were reported at addresses listed as Savannah, and in 5 of the 6 cases, the gun was stolen from a vehicle.
This is not a Savannah-only issue. Georgia has some of the most liberal gun laws in the country. Guns are everywhere. There is a responsibility that comes with the right. We had over 200 guns stolen from unlocked cars in 2024. Because of our ordinance, we cut that by 100.
Chief Hadley tells WJCL they don't want to deter folks from reporting that their guns got stolen and that they're waiting to see what the legislature decides. Meanwhile, he says no matter what, lock up and don't leave a gun behind. Well, new at 6 this morning, a pursuit and a suspect search in Jasper County. The Sheriff's Department there says they were involved in a chase with a vehicle on Cow Causeway Road in Tillman last night. The suspect in that chase apparently fleeing on foot, leading to a search of the area. The Sheriff's Department did not say whether they caught the driver, but they did say that the roadway is now clear. WJCL, of course, we're working to find out more on the status of the suspect this morning. Well, new this morning, the Chatham County Sheriff says he has identified one of the suspects responsible for what he calls a brutal and disturbing assault caught on camera in Pooler. The video shows the assault and was posted by the Chatham County Sheriff's Office Tuesday night. It shows 3 men punching and kicking a young man in a parking lot. Now, Sheriff Richard Coleman went live again on social media last night, claiming he has a person of interest as one of the suspects.
Montreon Williams, that's you, right there. I got you. Yeah, we just left your house. Me and 15 of my deputies, and we was ready for anything you wanted to do. We looking for everybody else that was involved with you. So the best thing you can do, you better turn yourself in. I'm talking about immediately. You ain't got no time. No time.
Investigation remains ongoing this morning. Of course, we will keep you updated with the very latest information, both here on air and online at WJCL.com. Well, a murder investigation in Florida has ended with a suspect dead after a traffic stop in southeast Georgia. Police in Ocala, Florida, found 34-year-old Nancy Bacon and her 4-year-old daughter shot to death back on Tuesday night. Investigators say the suspected shooter was her estranged husband, 38-year-old Ralph Bacon. Witnesses telling investigators they saw Bacon leave the complex after the gunshots. Now, police say license plate readers tracked the vehicle north on I-95, and Kingsland officers stopped him about 7 miles into Georgia. Authorities say Bacon then shot and killed himself inside his vehicle. The investigation continues this morning. Right now, the South Carolina Supreme Court weighing whether convicted killer Alec Murdaugh deserves a new trial. Justices heard hours of arguments from both defense attorneys and prosecutors in court yesterday.
Nobody wants to do this again less than we do. But that's not the issue. It's not how much trouble it's going to be. It's what is Alec Murdaugh guaranteed to under the Sixth Amendment.
Now, they focused on two main questions: whether comments from the former clerk of court influenced jurors and whether financial crime evidence went too far. There's been no decision yet on if Murdaugh will get a new trial. It'll likely take several weeks or months for the court to rule. You can watch the full hearing for yourself over on our website, WJCL.com. How about this? Another earthquake detected in South Carolina overnight. Now, this is the second one in Centerville near Charleston. It happened just a few hours ago, just before 4 in the morning. It registered pretty low, 1.8 magnitude. The last one, a 2.45 magnitude earthquake, happened last night around 9 o'clock. Another 1.5 one happened back on Monday. There have been 5 earthquakes since Saturday so far. No major damage has been reported. Well, as Valentine's Day approaches, healthcare leaders, they are reminding folks that caring for your heart is one of the most important forms of self-care. WJCL 22 News' Madeline Cooper is live at the Chatham County Health Department with a free event focused on helping the community do just that. Good morning, Madeline.
Hey, good morning, Frank. Healthcare officials are urging people to take simple steps to protect their heart health. The Chatham County Health Department is hosting its annual Heart Health Fair today from 3 to 6 p.m. here at the clinic on Eisenhower Drive. The event is free and open to the public with no appointment required. Attendees will be able to receive free blood pressure and blood glucose screenings, along with health resources, giveaways, and refreshments. The first 30 people through the door will also get special prizes. Health officials say many people don't realize they have high blood pressure or diabetes, which is why they stress early screenings as one of the simplest ways to protect your health.
Only about 17% of the population here in Georgia actually goes through the typical routines of getting a cholesterol check, and they just don't really know what goes into keeping their heart and themselves healthy. How can you really love someone else? How can you really give them your heart if you're not taking care of yourself?
Organizers say if you find out your numbers are high, they will help you connect with resources. Information will be available on local programs designed to help manage blood pressure, improve nutrition, and build healthier daily habits. Again, that event begins at 3 p.m. You can find more information on our website, WJCL.com. Frank, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Madeline. Well, it is Georgia Day, and folks all across the Peach State are recognizing the 292nd anniversary of Georgia's founding back in 1733. The holiday marks the anniversary of the landing of the first colonists in Georgia under James Oglethorpe. The settlers landing right here in Savannah. They created Georgia's first city. And this morning, we're learning a couple things about the Peach State you may not know. How about this? Starting in the hostess city where the Girl Scouts, they were born back in 1912. The program, founded by Savannah native Juliette Gordon Lowe, and later on in the 1940s, Georgia became the first state to lower the legal voting age from 21 to 18. causing a nationwide trend. Meanwhile, over in Sylvania, Georgia's oldest visitor center, it is still open and doing what they do. The Sylvania Georgia 301 Welcome Center has served visitors for over 60 years now. According to the Georgia State Parks website, the facility has been up and running since, listen to this, 1961. Wow. Happening today, the Georgia Historical Society is hosting the Georgia Day Expo in Savannah. It's happening today from 9 until 3 at the Ailey Temple. The event is open to the public.